Danny Olgado having come through Q1 looking good, and it's Joe Roberts' teammate Marcos Ramirez. There he is, right in behind the rookie. Gonzalez, meanwhile, 3/4 of the way around the track, is going quicker still.
This is perfect for Marcos Ramirez. I think he should go to the top of the timesheets. Holgado will best the lap set of Baltus, and then Ramirez will usurp him.
To the line then, Holgado first of all. Doesn't improve, lost out in that last sector. Ramirez went ahead of him into 4th place. Manuel Gonzalez now goes up into 2nd, so it's Baltus top. Still, he's back in the pits. Gonzalez 2nd, Dixon 3rd, as things stand, and then just 1,000th back to Ethan Guevara, heading up the 2nd row of the grid.
There's a big loss in the last sector for both Ramirez and Holgado, 5th and 6th. But if they can improve that, obviously only a 10th and a half down on the time set by Baltus. But yeah, you imagine Gonzalez has got a little more. We've not quite seen what Joe Roberts has in this session.
Well, Aaron's back. I think he will get another go. Just took a tear off his 2nd helmet, so it looks like he might be able to squeak him out. He hasn't set a lap yet. How much damage though? That was a fast crash.
Yeah, because he lost it so early, the bike went into the gravel at a lot of speed, and then it did look like it bounced a little bit. So fingers crossed he can get at least one flyer in this session.
Blue paint scheme this weekend for the Speed RS team. Have you seen that sponsor before, Stink? I'm not sure if I've seen that one.
Yeah, I think I've seen it in Misano one year,
right,
with the Speed Up team. And they like having at least 3 liveries a season. You normally have the orange Speedo on, then sometimes you get the old yellow and black, which is like the Campatella team sponsor comes in. Then they have the green livery.
Yeah, the green one, isn't there? There's HDR with HDR the red one.
Well, yeah, red one as well.
Yeah, just to confuse the issue.
Exactly.
They don't like commentators, basically.
Keep the leather sponsors and bodywork painters busy.
This is the Fantic of Barry Baltus ready to go back out onto the circuit. Good time to go out, actually. Salac has just gone out on a fairly empty track now, because whereas Vietti and Van der Gerberg are entering, Salac will be out there alone. Oh, Alonso Lopez has just joined him. He's made it out. And Joe Roberts exiting. Yeah, not a bad idea, is it? 6 minutes to go. Just get yourself out. Try and get out of sync. Roberts will be disappointed if that is his qualifying time in 8th, because he did a 1:58.4 earlier today, and a 58.8 from Barry Baltus, as it stands, is the fastest lap in this session. And it's not like it's scorching hot this afternoon. It's warm, but compared to this morning was also fairly decent.
Joe just hasn't put a lap together. He was able to do a few 58.4s and a 58.5, so we know he's more than capable of it. I think he pulled a 58.1 out in testing as well, so he's got some left in the locker. New tyre in his American Racing Calyx machine, and he may look for a rear wheel, given the grip he did leave pit lane with. It looks like fairly significant damage, but
never rule them out though. The way some of these engineers work. Manuel Gonzalez waiting. It's Senna Aegis who's on the edge of the garage waiting to come out. No tyre warmers on. Get them on quick. There's Dixon. 5 minutes remaining in this session. They're going to try and time themselves to meet up with the riders coming up the hill. Well, Salac is going to get a nice run here. This is going to be key. Can Philip Salac nail it? There's been a few mistakes here and there for Salac in these crunch moments, but in front of a passionate home crowd, a massive crowd already. Yesterday, today, this is going to be perhaps the record crowd of the year. It could be a new record crowd.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a busy one tomorrow, and the hillsides will be packed, especially down the infield section. I think they'll all be here to cheer on Filip Salac. The pressure is on the young Czech rider. He's been fast this morning, looked good around here, but yeah, at the moment this isn't a really solid lap for him.
He's matched his lap time identical in this session to what he did this morning, 59.103.
Only good enough for 6th in this session, though.
Yeah.
That did put him 3rd in the morning, as the progression has been in Moto 2.
So there is Joe Roberts setting off with Barry Baltus behind him. Baltus under through the first split, but not by as much as Joe Roberts. There we are. The only problem perhaps now for Roberts is traffic ahead of him. There was a few riders already in that stadium section.
He's going to hope that they move a little faster and don't balk him here on the last half of the lap.
Second split, and now he's a quarter of a second under Roberts here. And you can see that the group in front of him is getting closer and closer as he heads down the hill towards Schwantz Corner. We're watching Baltus, but it's Joe Roberts who's on the pace. On the number 16, a new helmet for him this weekend. Obviously had a feeling it was going to be a good weekend. Has he got enough room in front? Look, this is going to get messy. They're all on outlaps as well in there. Just 2 more corners to go after this next one for Roberts. Baltus 3/10 under. Joe Roberts is half a second under, and thankfully it looks like everyone's getting out of the way for him, and it could have just worked out perfectly here for Joe Roberts. Front having a little bobble as he came into the front, but he's so good, isn't he, on that change of direction?
Yeah, it did cost him a little bit this morning here in the final sector, but I think that was fairly clean.
To the line, he did lose some time in that last sector, but a 1:58.481, not quite as quick as he went this morning, Joe Roberts, but pole position provisionally for the Californian.
Yeah, this morning he had a very similar lap. First one he lost in the final sector. Next time around, he gained almost 3/10 in the final sector. So yeah, there's more margin. This is going to be tight.
It's not going to happen, I don't think, is it, for Canet? With 2 minutes 3 on the clock, they've got to get it started first of all. It's not going. 1:58. He's going to have to set a new all-time lap record at MotoGP pace to be able to get round and start this lap. You feel like
he's going to miss by a couple of seconds, I think.
Yeah, and you just wonder. I'm worried about him down into turn 10, for example. Just everything having just crashed in there. So Canet's setting off on an outlap, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Roberts, second split coming up. He's under through first sector again. He's just going quicker and quicker. This is the way it's gone for him. In touch still through the second split. And as we saw, he dropped 2/10 in the final sector on his previous lap.
Baltus on another good lap. This is a really solid wheel for the Belgian coming through Q1. At the moment, sat in the middle of the front row of the grid and on a lap that should take him into a safe territory.
Manuel Gonzalez also on a decent lap behind, currently in 3rd spot.
Went wide,
he's sat up. So Gonzalez only going to have one more go. Joe Roberts being told that he's being followed by Baltus. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough for Baltus. I think Roberts, if he can get this last sector right, Michael, could still take pole from this position.
Yeah, I think this looks better. Obviously, no traffic to even just take his eye line.
Proper sacrifice there, didn't he? Into the final corner now. Here we go then. Is Roberts able to improve? He's currently in pole. Baltus all the time trying to cling on to the back, and Baltus does go ahead of him. Joe Roberts improved. He found time, but Baltus found that little bit more, and by 200ths of a second, Baltus is top from Joe Roberts. Barry Baltus, who has not had pole before, it's been nicked from under his nose on a few occasions already, Baltus.
Yeah, this is good for Baltus. You feel for Joe Roberts doing all the hard work and Barry just pinching it from him, but Joe's going to have another crack at this, I think, on his 3rd lap with this tyre.
Marcos Ramirez onto the front row. What a day it could be for the American racing squad. The checker flag is out. Canet didn't get through, and unfortunately Canet will be starting the Czech Grand Prix from 18th on the grid. He's taken the checker flag. It didn't look like he'd noticed because he was still going for it, wasn't he, down into turn 1 there?
These two are still going for it. Red indicators at the first sector for Roberts, Gonzalez, Baltus and Ramirez. What
a great Moto 2 qualifying session this is now, because they are just continuing to push on the pace, as is Ramirez. Ramirez is in behind Jorge Navarro, who went 11th for the forward team. That's an excellent return for Jorge Navarro.
Little twitch there for Joe.
Yeah, will that be enough? Baltusar's dropped off as well in that second split. Into Schwant's corner. Is there anyone else out there? No. Looking down, what about Manuel Gonzalez? 0.1 off halfway round. He's currently heading up row 2 with Dixon, and Danny Olgado's been excellent again today, the rookie.
Joe's not giving up on this pole position here.
He's pulled it back in that third sector as Roberts. He's pulled it back and he's found 600th of a second. If he can get the last corner right on this occasion, Roberts, it still might be pole position for the American. Here we go then, left and right, just at the horizon for Joe Roberts. Can he take pole position here back in the Czech Republic as he was 5 years ago? Let's have a look when we come to the line now for Roberts. No, he misses out by 200ths of a second. Center Aegis gets onto the second row of the grid. Manuel Gonzalez then goes ahead of him into fourth. Ramirez improved, he's third. Dixon is not back onto the third row of the grid. So Gonzalez heading up row 2 from Olgado and Aegis. Jake Dixon from Pizzini, Mattia Pizzini on row 3. Brilliant, brilliant from the veteran Italian at 39 years of age. Life in the old dog yet. He's alongside Filip Salac. But pole position for the very first time to Belgium's
Best Buy rated starter pack from under £200. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Mum, you're on the Wi-Fi, right?
No, we're not! What?
We should have left centuries ago.
It's okay. I'm with the...
pole. Sprints have not been his territory so far this season. And although we have a front row of champions here, it's the circuit that takes centre stage now. Welcome back, Bruno. It's anyone's guess, though, who is going to master this undulating beauty of a venue over the next 10 laps. It's time for lights out for the sprint here in the Czech Republic. First ever short format race we've had. A few final adjustments for Fabio Quartararo on the inside down to turn 1. Marc Marquez alongside. Pecco Bagnaia on pole for the first time this year. We're ready to race here. 10 laps of sprint action. And it's a good launch from Pecco Bagnaia down towards turn 1. Exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, unbelievable. So a little bit smoke from the front tyre as well as it locked up when it wheelied.
Pedro Acosta trying to ride around the outside. He's had an excellent start from the third row of the grid in 7th place. Acosta's looked good this weekend. It tightens up here though, doesn't it? Well, inside line it was. Jorge Martins had an amazing getaway from the 4th row.
Yeah, Marquez up the inside. First overtaking opportunity. First overtaking pass.
Oh, and he goes into turn 3, and Quartararo, I thought, was going to try and squeeze through on the inside. Luca Marini's gone wandering at turn 3, but Marc Marquez has taken over as they drop down towards turn 5. I've wondered if Quartararo might make a move. I can just imagine him on a Yamaha down there making it work, but he isn't able to get through on Bagnaia.
Yeah, he thought about it. So many overtaking opportunities. Here's another one. This is going to be a brave. I'm glad he pulled out of that one. That'd have been 2 fractured Ducatis on the floor.
Yeah, into the stadium they go for the very first time. This crowd getting their first glimpse of MotoGP in race trim. So it's Marc Marquez leading them down the hill, and we go, I thought it was a move being sent in there by Enea Bastianini, but not to be. Marquez leads, Bagnaia second, Quartararo is third, and Alex Marquez has had the shocking start. He's down to 19th after just the first 3 quarters of this opening lap.
Yeah, did something happen up at turn 3? I saw Joan Mir nearly run off the track. I don't know if there was collision because Mir was on the 2nd row of the grid.
Yeah, Mir has dropped back. Yeah, I thought it was Marini, but it's Mir, wasn't it? He's at the back of the field. Of course he is. Pushed out wide on that early lap, so disappointment. There is Jorge Martin. Isn't that good to see? In 7th place and having an excellent start. He's always been a good starter, but has launched it well. Acosta having a look at Quartararo as we climb up the hill and into the horizon. The final couple of corners for the first time. 9 more laps to go after this one. It's Marquez who leads from Bagnaia in second, almost on the grass for Quartararo, and that's going to cost him.
Yeah, exactly. Just costing that little bit of exit, leaves the door open for Pedro Acosta to slide up the inside. Slowest bike on the grid versus the fastest as well, played a bit of a part in that pass.
So as Marquez pushes away at the front, Bagnaia trying to go with him, but Acosta looking up for this one, isn't he? Had an excellent getaway from the 3rd row of the grid. Of course, Pedro has not had a single podium in sprint or race this year.
Who's that? Who's that there? I think we've spoken about him in the past. Number 23, Enea Bastianini, who we have not seen at all really in any of the races this year.
Oh, and that's a crasher down there.
Nakagami and Fernandez, it looks like.
It is Augusto Fernandez and Taka Nakagami have gone down in turn 3,
Turn 3, yeah.
What's
Get ready for it.
Here?
Oh, what a strange crash. Lost the rear on corner entry. That was really odd.
It slid into the side of it.
Yeah, you'd normally lose the front.
A big black line.
Yeah.
Left out of the, a bit like Agura's.
Yeah.
But caught and flipped him over the high side earlier in the weekend. So the 2, well, not a wildcard tacker. He's in as a replacement for Chantra, but the 2 test riders crashing out.
But how good to see Enea Bastianini actually up at the sharp end.
Oh, contact there with Marco Bezzecchi. Wow.
Yeah, there was no room there at all. And, Ralph Fernandez
picked his pocket. I like that.
He did pick his pocket. He didn't need a second invitation, did he?
Opportunistic, wasn't it, from Ralph Fernandez? Well done for him to come through. Yeah, Bastianini won in Moto 2 when he came here last time. Now look at that incident, but I don't think there's anything there. Just a unfortunate race incident.
Oh, this is a move.
Oh, we've seen those over the years, haven't we? But good to see Enea Bastianini up for it.
So I'm impressed with Bagnaia. He's hanging on. I think this is the best we've seen Bagnaia in a sprint race in 2025.
Yeah, his best result is a 3rd that he's had. 5 times he's been 3rd in sprints this year.
So look at this. I mean,
he's a bit wide, Quartararo, but there is.
Well, look. I mean, I mean, it's just the reality is they're both hanging off so far. If you're Bez, he's hanging off the inside. but that's what he sees. But then obviously Quartararo comes back to the line. It's just a racing incident.
Oh, Bastianini came straight through. Isn't that great to be talking about Bastianini?
Oh.
Again, he's so up for it, wasn't he? He was thinking about a move there, and having missed out last weekend, he had food poisoning. Campylobacter, the poor lad. I've been there, it's horrible, and he thought it was appendicitis, it was that bad. But thankfully, back in the saddle this weekend, and properly on it. Loving the fact there's a new surface here, and making the most of it. On board now with Jorge Martin, looking back at Johan Zarco.
And how good is Jorge Martin doing in his first race since breaking all those ribs, collapsing his lung back in Qatar, which seems like about 5 years ago? I mean, you can imagine what he's feeling now. I mean, his adrenaline must be pumping.
Interestingly, the majority of the field have gone with the medium rear tyre, but the Aprilias, Bezzecchi and Martin, have gone with the soft rear tyre. Zarco also with that soft rear tyre.
Got some early track limits warnings.
Yeah, it's just one, isn't it,
that's
in
right.
a sprint race,
exactly.
So just one transgression.
Which is easily done. Certainly coming onto the start and finish straight, we've seen a few people clipping that at the end of the curve.
Yeah, there's one on the exit of turn 9, one of the exit of the final corner, as Neil mentioned there. One in turn 2 is an easy one. This is the one that's really easy. It looked like Quartararo might have even clipped it there. It's a sensor there. It's automatic straight away that it gets chalked up.
Gap at the front stays at about 0.4 of a second.
Yeah, but he was about 2/10 quicker on that last lap, was Marquez to Bagnaia. We are expecting a tyre drop at some point. That's what the riders have talked about. So abrasive, so grippy, this new track, and I'm wondering that's why you've got to go with the medium. Maybe the soft just provided too much grip and pushed the front.
Yeah, I think that was the problem. You'd normally expect them to race the soft tyre in the sprint race.
Bastianini's now at a track limits warning. He's all over the rear of Fabio Quartararo.
It looks great.
Just taking completely different line, isn't he? Trying to find a way through.
Bastianini of old.
Really good to see, in the absence, of course, of his teammate Maverick Vinales. There's the new CEO of KTM, Gottfried Neumeister.
He doesn't look old enough. Does he, though?
No, you're just getting old.
Yes, that is factually correct.
Down the hill towards Kevin Schwant's corner, turn 10.
Like had a bit of a moment there in the braking zone. I might have gone wide.
Again, Quartararo's almost deep there and getting a late apex, which actually is one of the keys to this being fast around Brno.
It so is, and that's a perfect corner for it. The Kevin Schwant's corner, turn 10. You try and make more of a V out of it, but it sort of leaves him a little bit vulnerable in the middle of the corner.
If you rush into some of these S's, if you do attack into the left-hander here, you're liable to run out wide, and we get this sort of crossing effect where you allow someone to pass you. But that's great for Bastianini.
Yeah. And can Fabio now square him back off? Unfortunately, with that little bit of lack of power, he might not be able to. No.
So is there a chance, though, somewhere else? Raul Fernandez having an excellent ride, is he? He's looked good all weekend. He was on pole here when we came last in 2020 in the Moto2 race. Moto3 race, sorry, should I say. Moto3 it was on pole.
Tell you what, we just missed it on that lap. Mark has got comfortable, he's done his full lap. Oh, here comes Bez. Yeah, Mark's got comfortable and just set the fastest lap. 0.6 faster than
the comeback from Raul Fernandez.
That's the beauty, isn't it? That's why we love this track.
Yeah, I remember there was one race I really harked back to 2003, which saw millions of them. Well, it's Bagnaia dropping back.
Yeah.
He's got a problem.
Did he go wide? Did he have a slide coming out of turn 4?
Quite possibly. Whatever happened, Pedro Acosta is up into second place. Davide Tardozzi's none the wiser. Marc Marquez suddenly has a 2-second lead in this race over Acosta.
Watch this, watch this, watch this! Oh, this
for the teammates! And through comes Bastianini. Bastianini into the podium positions, and now Quartararo's past Bagnaia. What's going on? We said it wasn't his territory, the sprints, but we didn't expect him, the vultures, to circle like this.
No, but whatever the mistake he's made, he's lost his rhythm with it, and the vultures are. They can see that, and you know what it's like. As soon as a rider has a little bit of hesitation, there is the chance to do those passes pounce, and again, this track allows you to do it.
On board we are with Pecco. This is turn 4.
Does he run? Well, Front tyre pressure. Must be. Has to be.
Has to be at this stage
Has to be.
of the race, yeah, maybe. But I mean, where's he set it? As in, was he expecting to lead, or Fabio Di Gianantonio's now crashed out? You know, we talked about it at the start of the weekend. Strategy, part of that was working out where you set your tyre pressures, that kind of thing. They're into the unknown because they haven't had enough dry track time. They only had this morning. Pecco Bagnaia had problems this morning.
Yeah. It must be that. Yeah.
So he's
going to follow as close as he can to try and get that front tyre pressure up.
So Gian Antonio's gone down there at turn 11. Up the hill, is it?
Yeah, easily done into there. Trail braking.
How many times over the years have you seen it there, and the bike
ends up usually
on
over,
top of...
Yeah, over the fence.
So many over the years.
A few times.
Luton doing one there, and the bike...
Oh no, Marc Marquez, what's happened?
He's done the same. He's letting someone pass.
Yeah, absolutely he is.
And now Pedro Acosta leads. He was sat up.
What a farce from Ducati.
They must have got their tyre pressures wrong.
Them huge mistakes. They've set those front tyre pressures, and they are wrong.
He will have a light flashing on his dash saying you basically need to get your pressure up, and this is, I mean, we just don't want to see it. This is, as you said, an absolute farce. He was 3 seconds up the road, and now Marc Marquez has to sit in and he'll hug the rear wheel of Pedro Acosta, trying to bring his front tyre pressure up.
I'm lost for words, Gav. Yeah. It's a tricky one to explain to people who are just tuning in, isn't it?
You're exactly right, Neil.
Look how close he's riding. It's so Marc Marquez as well now. What is he going to do? So there's 5 laps to go.
Is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough here to bring it up and be, you know, under the limits in the sprint race? It's 60% in a 40% in the 30% in the sprint race. No, the other way round. Wow. So, well, he's just going to have to ride behind and then pounce at the end. You think you could do it at will, wouldn't you, for Marc Marquez? Bagnaia is still in there, but they have made a mess of this, haven't they? Now Bagnaia's got a track limits warning, as if he hasn't got enough going on in the dashboard.
To think about, literally, whilst all that's happening.
So, Pedro Acosta leads. KTM have got a great record here, haven't they? They won the last time we were in Brno, and now Pedro Acosta might be in line to take his first win.
And Bastianini's closing in, though, so Bastianini's 0.3 of a second faster than Pedro Acosta on that last lap.
Oh my, we have got a grandstand
What would
finish
the
here.
odds have been for a Nea Bastianini sprint race win?
Before the weekend?
Before the start of this race.
Yeah, well, even then.
You'd have put your house on it. You'd have got not a chance.
But before the weekend, you know, you'd have been a millionaire.
Sure.
But I still think Marc Marquez is lining up the possibility of a late lap lunge.
And if he's not able to get that front tyre pressure up, the penalties are, is it 3 seconds or 16 seconds?
Now Bezzecchi 8 seconds in a sprint. Now Bezzecchi has got past Bagnaia.
Yeah. Yeah, 8 seconds, so drop you well outside the points.
Right, it's just not what we want. It's not racing for me, is it? Anyway, Marc Marquez, is he having a few problems as well?
Looks like it there.
Didn't look right, did it? Down into turn 13. That's where he crashed this morning in qualifying. Right, 3 to go. And then Nea Bastianini has got Marc Marquez, who nicked his seat off him at Ducati, got him in his sights. This is a remarkable sprint race here at one of the most remarkable circuits on the whole MotoGP calendar.
I mean, Marc Marquez will have set his front tyre pressure. The team will expecting him to lead. But I guess it's the lack of data, lack of track time. I'm surprised to be that close to the limit.
But you have to be, perhaps, don't you, in MotoGP, you have to be right on it. On board with Bagnaia now. Now that he's in that group, put in there behind, this is where he's always talked about, it just doesn't feel right for him.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you think he got passed by Bezzecchi, less than a lap ago, Bezzecchi's pulled out quite a bit. Mark's closed back in on Pedro Acosta.
Good time for the new boss to be here, isn't it?
Yeah.
With Pedro Acosta leading. A lucky omen, perhaps. You can see all the track limits warnings left-hand side of your screens for everyone who's stepped onto the green at some point in this race. Marquez is all over the back, but he's not able to pass. He will pass when the light goes off.
Yeah, if
the
it goes
light
off.
Well,
I guess if he doesn't, he'll still
just pass
pass
anyway. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
might as well.
Yeah. On the last lap,
Just going to add 8 seconds to your race time.
which is well and truly out of the points.
It's not yet. Look how much he's sacrificing there, the entry. And Bastianini and Fabio Quartararo ran deep, though. Now look at what it will do for Marc Marquez. He will just pull away from Bastianini behind. Pedro Acosta, 2 laps away from a first win. Sprint win it might be, but...
Yeah, fastest man on the track by quite a bit is Marco Bezzecchi, working his way through. Still 2 laps to go.
Well, it's good to see. This is what we expected from Pedro Acosta at the start of the year, didn't we? Things during testing were like, okay, he can kick on from where he was scoring podiums last year, and it hasn't materialised like that for Acosta. But chucking the wild card, really, of a new track venue, one that he hasn't raced at before in any class, because it's been off the calendar since he's been in this championship. And look at him, he's leading. No data for anyone, apart from a couple of the teams we tested here.
It puts it into perspective, Pedro Acosta's rise to fame.
Look how close Marc Marquez is to the rear of Acosta's bike.
I think it's fair to say the light is still on.
It's like, I know, he might as well be on a sidecar. Here he goes. He's made the decision. The light must have gone off by now. You've done enough. You've done your 30% perhaps. Obviously, you think the opening couple of laps, you know, as it comes up to temperature, it couldn't work it out. But Marc has pulled the pin now, and with a lap and a half to go, at will, just eases past Pedro Acosta.
Yeah, because if he'd have definitely stuck behind and made a pass on the last lap, wouldn't he? So
now Marco Bezzecchi trying to rob Enea Bastianini of a maiden podium in the sprint for Tech 3. Marc Marquez back in front of this sprint race here. Pedro Acosta second. Enea Bastianini currently in third, but Bezzecchi was 6/10 quicker than Bastianini on that last lap. He could well take second here, because he is absolutely motoring Bezzecchi across the line. 1 to go.
Yeah, Bastianini in third's just started missing the apexes a little bit. I don't know what's happened there. He's gone wide on quite a few. On the last lap, quite a few of the corners.
Marquez down towards turn 3. He's not given a glimpse to Acosta, has he? Acosta just needs to keep his head in this one and try and stick with Marc as much as he can to make sure there's no way through and take his first podium of the season in sprint or main race. Pecco Bagnaia is still battling in 6th place behind Fabio Quartararo. Ralph Fernandez in 7th. Johan Zarco is in 8th still, with Pol Espargaro, the best of the rest, and about to pick up a point in his ride as a replacement for Maverick Vinales this weekend.
Pedro's still got a chance. He's close enough
For a lunge.
Yeah, it's the nature of this track. If you can just get a couple more bike lengths. Unfortunately, you've gone to Marc's strongest sector. This one with the lefts, where he just ekes out just that little bit. Yeah. Watch him stand the bike up there on that exit.
It was doing it at Sachsenring, but this is the complete opposite kind of circuit to Sachsenring, but just as effective round here to go in and sacrifice your entry a little bit and then pick the bike up out the corners, especially in this last run to the line, Neil.
Yeah, absolutely. Sacrifice the entry, hug the curb, and then look, all that track stands it up and then just literally bangs it through the gearbox. One last clean corner, he's got half a second gap. Job done. What a strange race.
It's going to be a bit of a debrief after this one. We're going to have some information, I'm sure, about tyre pressures or whatever's gone on. Nonetheless, he crashed in qualifying earlier today, but conquers in the sprint. Marc Marquez wins here in Brno on his first return since he won in 2019. Pedro Acosta is second, and Enea Bastianini took third across the line ahead of Marco Bezzecchi.
I'm thinking that he's not going to win this race because he's going to get an 8-second penalty.
You think the way he celebrated?
Yeah, exactly. He's gone past him because he thought, all I can try and do is stretch it out to try and get, so I do get a point. Yep, there you go. He celebrates. I don't think he's... I feel like he's not celebrating like...
Yeah, like he might do. There is Pedro's dad down in the KTM garage. Could well be.
What's this now? Let's watch the body language.
Thumbs up. Oh, yeah, pointing straight to the front tyre. Same as Pecco Bagnaia. Wow, we have got a debrief to have ourselves. We'll analyse everything when we come back from the tractor in, which he probably won't have. He's going to get an 8-second penalty, which will drop him out of the points today.